everyone, you're welcome to Explore Insights. In this video, I want to teach you about how to determine the unknown base or radix of a given relation. Now, let's look at this typical example. From the question, we have square root of 44 to be given as 8. So the good question is, what could be the base to determine the square root of 44 as 8? So this is what we want to solve today. So in our last video, I talked about how to know the maximum value and also the number of digits used. Now, for me to recap that, remember I told you about binary system where the radix is 2 and then the number of digits used is 0 to 1. And at that point, the maximum value is considered as 1. Now, looking at this relation, we can say that the maximum value here is 8. Why? Because in this relation, we have 8 as the largest digit. With this, we can say that the radix is greater than or equal to 9. Now, let me make reference to what we have in our last video. So, in the maximum value, if we increment this with 1, it will be considered as the base of that system. So, literally, if you are given options as A being 5, B as 7, C as 8, and D as 9. Therefore, we could say that the answer will be D. Yes, because in each of those base, that means if we have the base to be 9, it means we can have 8 as part of the digits. Even if the radix is 10, it means 8 will be included. So this can go on. That's to tell that option A, B, C doesn't cover for this base. Rather, option D is the correct answer. Now, let's go for a more complex multiple option. Remember that if the base is greater than or equals to 9, it means the base can be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and so on. So let me put here and say the base given as 10. Now, option B says the base considered as 12. Option C says 13. And option D says 15. Now, at this point, what can we choose as the given base for this relation? You can see that it is difficult to tell. At this point, we need to calculate this unknown base. And the best way for me to calculate this unknown base is to convert it into decimal. So this is what we are going to do at this point. So let's get on with the calculation. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to put back my given relation. And for me to convert this to base, I will identify the unknown base as B on both sides. So expanding this, we'll go ahead to recognize the place value. We'll consider this first value as 0 and the second one as 1, and this one, the place value, to be 0. Going through the multiplication, in order to sum it up, we'll say 4 times B raised to power 1, which is the place value, plus 4 times B raised to power 0, equal to 8 times B raised to power 0. So going further, we have 4 times B. B raised to power 1 is considered as B. So we have 4B plus B raised to power 0 is considered as 1. So 4 times 1 is considered as 4. And here we have B raised to power 0 is 1. 8 times 1 is 8. So we'll go ahead to simplify the given equation by multiplying both sides by the power of 2. So this will cancel the square root. So we have left with 4B plus 4 equals to 8 to the power of 2 is 64. And 4B is equals to 64 minus 4. 4b is equals to 60, and our b is equals to 15. So at this point, we can see that the unknown base is 15. And if we go back to calculate it, we can tell that the square root of 44 under the base 15 is equals to 8. So let's check that. So we have the square root of 44, considering the base now as 15 equals to 8, which will be given as 4 times 15 raised to power 1 plus 4 times 15 raised to power 0. So 15 raised to power 1 is 15 times 4 is 60 plus 15 raised to power 0 is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So the summation of 64, so the square root of 64 is 8. So we'll be able to see that base 15 suits this given square root value of 44 as 8. So given this option, we can exactly tell that option D is the answer. So in any scenario like this, where you are asked to consider the unknown base, you have to convert it into decimal form for you to actualize the exact base value. So guys, I have a question, and my question is, what will be the base value for the square root of 23 as 5? So please, you have few seconds to check this. So I'm back. Did you get your answer as 11? If you did, that was the right answer. But let me solve it. All you have to do is to identify the base as b. So we have 23b equals to 5. Now, for us to expand this, we have 2 times b to the power of 1 plus 3 times b to the power of 0 equals to 5 times b to the power of 0. So going through this multiplication, we are going to have 2b plus 3 equals to 5. To eliminate the square root, we are going to multiply both sides by the power of 2. So we are left with 2b plus 3 equals to 25. If we take 3 to the other side, we have 2b equals to 22. So our b will be 22 divided by 2, which is 11. So we can tell that the base value for this is 11. Would you want to reconfirm? Let's go ahead to reconfirm. So we have 23 and given the base of 11. So with this, we have 2 times 11 raised to power 1 plus 3 times 11 raised to power 0. So we have 11 raised to power 1 as 11 times 2, 22, plus 11 raised to power 0 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So 22 plus 3 is 25. What is the square root of 25? Definitely it's 5. So guys, I'll be stopping here. Do well to watch my subsequent video on number system. And this time, I'll be looking at how to convert from one number system to the other. So I'm signing off now. Have a nice time. Bye.